Hi friends, as we are embarking on our family compound and gardening journey, our new one, we have found some things that we need, and that is mulch. But not just any mulch. You can't use mulch that's dyed or has stuff in it for the tops of your plants that you're going to eat. So we needed to find an option. We've got a lot of stuff here, leaves, sticks, things like that, but we need a way to shred it up. So in this video we're going to show you what we got and see if it works. So we purchased the Lawn Master 15 amp electric fast shredder from Amazon, and we'll put a link in the description so that if it turns out to be something that's good and you're interested, you'll know where to get it. Directions: wheel of some sort, bag, looks like we have some handles, wheels for the legs, and a few other pieces. Doesn't seem too bad. I think we can put this together fairly quickly. So the first thing we have to do is to lay the unit on its side, and we're going to use the 4 nuts provided to attach this. You do need to make sure you have these feet pointing away from the machine. It'll be easy to see though because they don't fit otherwise. It does say not to over tighten the nuts as well. We'll use our little tool they gave us. So the next thing we're going to do is to take this and we're going to slide it between these 2 in the hole provided. Well, that seems like we should have done that before we put this on. Well, that's because you got to take this off first. Then it will go in. So then we're going to put on the washer, put the washer back on, and the wheel bushings. Washer goes first, then the wheel bushing. Then we're going to position the wheel, and we're going to pop in this little thing as well, but first I'm going to go ahead and tighten this. And that should pop right into place, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. Alright, so now we're going to stand it up. Well, it actually works. And then we're going to take this collection bag and we're going to hang it on the hooks, like so, from the front. So it comes out the front, so we're going to position that like that so that all of the chips and the mulch goes into the bag. So now it's time for the most important task, which is, does it really even work? So what I have are some leaves and some various size sticks. This particular Lawn Master claims to be able to do things that are 1.5 inches in diameter, no more, and leaves, of course. So you turn it on. Alright, so here's the first thing I've already found out with this, and that is that something like this, although to me that looks like 1.5 inches, and it even fits in the hole that they provide, too big and stops it. So you do have to do smaller sticks. So let's see how this mulch looks. So the mulch, let me show you the mulch. Now this is a mix of both leaves and sticks. Here are the leaves. Here's the sticks. The sticks, that does a fantastic job. On the leaves, not so much. I don't really like how it does for the leaves because leaves them kind of big still, but I really like this for the sticks. And to be honest, for me, I'd rather do sticks anyway because we have a million of them around here and it just helps clean things up. So I do like it definitely for the sticks. If you wanted to do just leaves, I would maybe try something different. But for the sticks, this works pretty good. The other thing with the leaves is, I don't know if you noticed when I was doing this, it's such a small opening that getting the leaves in there ended up being leaves all over the place, leaves all over the ground, kind of a big mess. And for the sticks, it's fairly easy. So I do like it for the sticks. It's gonna work for my plants, so now let's go put it on my plants. Okay, since I'm not a huge fan of the leaves, I'm gonna try just some sticks and see how that goes. I got some big ones too. So I definitely like the way the wood chips work as opposed to the leaves. If you leave the twigs on a branch, it will not always chop them all up. You kind of have to take them off and then put them in separately if you want to do that. But for my purposes, for my plants and my garden, this is perfect because not too long and I had this huge bag. I cleaned up a little section of stuff in the woods and I can use this on my plants and it didn't cost me a thing other than for this thing. But it'll pay for itself in short order. So doing things yourself, even when you're doing things that you purchase something to do something to save you some money, will save you some money and allow you to be free. See you in the next project.